to start recording like during the day because the natural light really hit better than that stupid ring light. Hello you guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Ling, back with another video. Feel me? Before we even get into the video, make sure you guys go and hit that subscribers button. I don't know why I always say subscribers button. Go and hit that subscribe button. We are like 5 subscribers away from 1K, and it's like, if you're not following me or subscribed to me, then I feel like you should just hit the button and get me to 1K, because why not? Anyways, as you guys can tell from the title, I'm going to be giving you a story time about being an essential worker working in the ghetto and fighting crackheads. Well, not literally fighting, but you know, crackheads be stealing. Because I feel like I've been overloading y'all with the natural hair videos, and not everybody here on my channel is here for the natural hair videos. So yeah, I'm gonna give y'all a little entertainment, a little content, feel me? If you see any like black stuff in my mouth, it's because I'm eating Oreos. So just don't judge me, okay? Don't judge me. Honestly, I don't even know where to start because just so much has happened in the little 2.5 weeks that I've been working at this job. Okay, so the first thing I'm gonna start off is like what I do. Basically, I work at a supermarket. I'm a cashier, feel me? You know, nothing crazy. But the only thing is, I work at a supermarket in the ghetto. Like right next to the projects, and it don't even be the project people stealing. Sometimes it mostly be crackheads, but you know, it's in the ghetto. And the thing is, there's no other supermarkets around it, so everybody just goes to that one. And I applied online. They got back to me within a couple days, and when I figured out which store I was going to be working at, I checked the reviews, and bro, my store literally has a 1.5 star rating. And I'm like, oh, like, I'm reading the reviews, and it's like, oh, the cashiers are rude, blah blah. So I'm like, damn, like, I'm gonna have to meet rude people, blah blah. But the thing is, they're really not rude. It really be the not the cashiers, it really be the customers. Like, all right, so let me get into the story time. It's a couple stories for y'all because I'm just gonna put all the crackhead stories in one because they're not that long. The only thing is, there's just so many of them that I don't even really know where to start. But the thing is, these crackheads really have no shame in their game. Like, they full on walk into the supermarket with a black trash bag and just will walk around until they get caught and then try to run out. So, all right, so the funniest one had to be some crackhead came in with a trash bag, and the thing is, we didn't notice because, like, the part that you walk into, there's like a wall and then there's the registers. So we don't see people who walk in, we just see the people who leave because there's a different exit. And so I guess he was walking around stealing stuff, and one of the managers like saw him, so she started chasing after him because he realized, like, she saw that he was stealing. And as she's chasing after him and he's running towards the registers, like, she's looking at the rest of us like to grab him, but it's like, I am not top flight security, okay? That's not what I got hired for. I do not get top flight security pay. I am not Usain Bolt. I'm not running after a crackhead, because everybody know when a crackhead hit crackhead speed, that's a fast crackhead, okay? Like, he could be in the Olympics. So I'm not about to run outside and get left in the dust by a crackhead, because that's mad embarrassing. And so he runs like in front of my register, but not really at an angle where I can grab him. So another cashier like tries to grab him, but not really like a grab with like some force, really just like I'll try like a you know, like, if I catch you, I catch you. If I don't, I don't. Just So the manager kind of like cuts him off right in front of the exit, and she's trying to pull out the trash bag. But this crackhead came in there like with a motive. Like, he knew he was getting what he was getting. So he was ripping that trash bag, and he was like, y'all not catching me, y'all not catching me, y'all not catching me, like just yelling. And the manager, like, she's pulling, but she's trying to like stay back, but she's pulling because like, you can't let it be okay that somebody steal. Like, you gotta like show them like, listen, we are gonna try to like get our stuff back. But it's like, it's not we, it's just you, manager, because nobody else is doing that. We just be looking at them like, okay. And so finally she lets go and he runs outside, and she's mad. Like, I can understand why she's mad, but it's like, if you get the stuff, do you get like a raise in your pay? No. If you don't get the stuff, does the missing goods like come out of your paycheck? No. So why even risk your life? Because crackheads really be carrying like blades, knives, whatever. So it's like, don't even risk your lives over what, $15 over groceries. Like, we're just supposed to like let them know that we know they're stealing, and if they decide to give it back, they give it back. But if they want to run, there's the door. Goodbye. Like, I'm sorry, but I'm not chasing a crackhead. What's the next story? So this is a whole nother day. Well, actually no, this was the same day. 5 crackheads stole in one day, y'all. In one day. Not even a day, but in the night. 5 crackheads stole in one night. So the first story I just told you, that was the first crackhead, right? So the second one, he like walked in, but he didn't look like a crackhead, but he also didn't look like a regular person either. Like, he looked like he could be either or, so like nobody really wanted to judge him. And he walked all the way to the beer aisle, grabbed some beer, and ran with it. And my manager saw, this is the same manager from the first story, and she runs after him all the way into the street. Once she realized she's in the middle of the street, like, she stops. But that guy really was like holding the beer, like, if the beer was a big case of beer, he's holding it and running, but his pants are falling. And like, it was so funny to me that I literally stopped helping the customer I was helping to look out the window, and I was just crying, because it's like, they really be ready to hit the light fee. Like, they really be out of there. Like, they know that they're going to get what they're going in there for. Like, regardless of what it is, regardless of how heavy, regardless of how much, they know that they're going to run for their life and get whatever they want, because they're not paying for it, and they don't plan on paying for it, and they don't plan on going to jail. So they really just be out of there. Out, that's it. And like, it was just not funny to me, because literally nobody else notices people stealing except for this manager. Like, she's the one who really be chasing after them. No other manager chases after them. No other manager really like notices. She's the only one that really be noticing and running after them, and they be booking it. And I be feeling bad, because it's like, it's not even like a teamwork thing where like you run after them and they run towards us, and then we all like create a barrier and catch the person, whatever. Like, it's more like you run after him, but everybody else already decided that they're not fighting no crackheads. So you running after him for what? Because we're not catching him. Like, if you run right in front of me, if a crackhead runs right in front of me, I might stick my leg out, you know, trip him, he fall, we get the stuff back. But other than that, I'm not fully grabbing a crackhead because they are dirty, they are disgusting. I'm not bear hugging one. I'm not doing none of that, because I don't want them to touch me neither. So I'm just going to mind my business and be like, oh, damn, I guess he got away. Like, now, let me move on to like the actual customers. So because it's in the ghetto, however, it's like, here's the supermarket, here's the ghetto, and here's like a high-end neighborhood. It's literally so weird, but it's like in the middle. And so both people from the ghetto and the high-end neighborhood come to this one supermarket. And because, you know, due to COVID, everybody is like on their toes and then 10 toes down, want to be 6 feet away from people. And sometimes a lot of people don't respect that rule. Like, we have black lines on the floor to make sure that you stand at the black line and you're 6 feet away from the person behind you and 6 feet away from the person in front of you. And people don't be paying attention. Like, they'll look at the line, they'll acknowledge the line, but they just won't listen to it. Like, you're not supposed to come to my register until the person I'm helping leaves, so that you guys are 6 feet away. But people don't be listening. So the person from the high-end neighborhood is at the register, bring his stuff up, whatever. And the person from the ghetto, you know, standing at the line. But when he sees that the high-end person is paying, he comes to the register and starts putting his stuff down. So the high-end person is like, oh, you're supposed to be 6 feet away. She didn't call you, blah, blah, blah. And the person from the ghetto was like, bro, whatever, bro. And he was like, no, you're supposed to be standing 6 feet back, blah, blah, blah. Like, trying to be mad demanding, like he hold weight. And because the person from the ghetto wasn't quick to, like, jump on his neck, like, I guess he started feeling like he was really holding weight. So he was just yapping. Like, just going off at the lips. Like, he just kept going so unnecessarily. So finally, the person from the ghetto was like, hey, yo, suck my... Yeah, I know what the last word was. But he was like, suck my... But, like, he didn't even say, like, oh, suck my... He said, like, hey, yo, suck my... Like, like, with a passion. Like, you know, like... He meant that. Like, it came from the stomach up through the heart, through the larynx, the trachea, everything. And he just, like, just said it. Like, suck my... Like, he wanted to let him know. Like, he wanted him to feel it. So then all of a sudden, the person from the high-end neighborhood got a little shooken, you know, shaking his boots. And he was like, he wasn't expecting that. But he's a much older man. And there's like a 20, 25. There's like a 50-something. And he was like, I'm never coming back to the supermarket again. I hope you guys know that, blah, blah, blah. Like, sir, we cannot control what people do. We can only tell them, like, listen, you have to stand there. But if they choose not to listen, what can we do? You want me to fight them? Like, we don't got no security guards. So unless you fighting them, ain't nothing gonna happen. He gonna stand right there. He gonna put his groceries down. Like, there's nothing I can do. And half the time, if customers don't speak up for themselves, I just be like, okay, he skipped you. Oh, well. Because I just don't have time. Like, I'm not about to sit and argue with someone, because really, it don't matter to me. Like, either way, whether you go first or they go first, I'm standing in the same spot. I can care less. If you're not going to speak up for yourself, like, oh, I was next, then I guess you're going to wait. So the guy's like, yeah, I'm never coming back. And I'm just like listening, like, sir, if you live over here, there's no other supermarket nearby that's within like a close walking distance where you can get a good amount of groceries and go back to your house without struggling. So I'm pretty sure you're gonna be coming back. Like, you're just a little mad because he fessed you up real quick with only 3 words while you were sitting there chatting it up. And so now you're tight because he said it mad loud that everybody heard it. So that's your fault. Like, after you told him to stand 6 feet away and he decided not to listen, you should just left it alone because you're about to leave anyways. Like, literally his bags are in his hand. Like, what are you still feeding for, sir? You're about to walk out the door. Let me think. What's another funny thing? Oh, now it be the people that be trying to steal, but they be trying to be low with it. Like, they don't want to be obvious. So they'll come in the store, they'll walk around for a long time, right? Like, literally walking around for an hour and come to the register with one thing. Like, when females walk around the mall for like 6 hours and I only buy a Cinnabon, that's like the same concept. Like, they walk around the store for like a whole hour and only come to the register with one thing. So this guy comes to my register with a beer and I'm like, I tell him the price of his beer, whatever. He's gonna pull out an EBT card. An EBT card for beer. So I'm like, sir, you know that you cannot pay for beer with an EBT card, right? He was like, oh, but I paid for it before. And I'm like, no, you didn't, because EBT, you cannot buy beer. You cannot buy hot food. Like, who are you lying to? And so he's like, oh, no, I've done it before. Like, you could just try. So even the cashier behind me is like, no, don't try, because that's not going to go through. And the thing is, you can't really have, like, a lot of voids as a cashier. Like, basically, you can't be scanning stuff and then clicking void, like, oh, they didn't buy it. Because that, like, eventually that doesn't look good. Because it's like, oh, you scanning stuff. Is really all the stuff going back? Because they don't really document if you put the stuff back or not. So it's not really good to have a lot of voids. So I'm not even trying to scan his stuff anyways, because, like, I know it doesn't work. So why scan it? So he's really getting mad defensive. He was like, oh, yes, it does. I've done it before. Like, just scan it. I'm like, sir, no. Like, I know that EBT does not work. So unless you have cash or a credit or debit card, like, I'm not scanning it. And he was like, oh, fine. I don't want it anymore because, yeah, I don't want to ring it up, blah, blah, blah. And I know EBT covers it, yada, yada, yada. So the cashier is behind me, yeah, he don't want any. It's like, oh, yeah, he don't want it anymore because he already. So he was like, oh, I already stole nothing, blah, 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 kiss my ass, da, 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 da. Sir, you walked around here for a whole hour. Your backpack looks full and looks heavy. And you only come to my register with a beer and an EBT card knowing that EBT does not cover beer. So what were you doing the whole time then? Like, what were you doing? Like, they really don't be thinking. Like, they be trying not to make it obvious and they still be making it obvious that they stole, like, EBT and beer. That don't even sound right together. Then it was this guy, and he didn't look homeless. He looked like a regular person, like, who lived in a high-end neighborhood. And he came, like, with the reusable bag, but they were empty. They were literally empty. They were flat, empty. So I'm, like, standing in between 2 registers, like, hoisting myself up, like, swinging my legs back and forth because I'm bored. Like, we about to close in, like, 45 minutes. There's nobody really in there. And I remember watching the guy, like, put chips and stuff in his bag. And he's walking around putting stuff in his bag, whatever. So he comes up to the register and he's like, oh, do you guys, like, take lottery tickets? And I'm like, no, like, our lottery machine is closed right now, whatever, whatever. And I guess my answer wasn't good enough for him. So he went to customer service, which is closer to the exit, and asked again. But mind you, the manager heard him ask me, so she's looking at me, and I'm like, he literally just asked me that. So after he hears me say, he looks like it's both of us, and then he walks out. Not like super duper fast, but like a quick pace. And I'm like, he just asked me that. She was like, yeah, I know. The reason he asked again was because he stole and he didn't want to make it obvious. And I'm thinking, I'm like, wow, he really didn't. I didn't even notice till after he was gone. He came in with a flat bag and left with a bag full of groceries. And I literally was watching him put chips in. I guess that's why when he came up to me, he was kind of like because he was moving a little weird. But I really did not think about it till he left. But it's like, I don't be expecting, like, because we know what the people who steal, it's very unexpected when you see someone that you don't know steals and they steal. Like, it'd be like, oh, like, I trusted you and that's how you gonna do me? You gonna steal on my store? But yeah, like, and honestly, working at a supermarket, I feel like a lot of things you have to get used to is racist people, especially when you're working in a neighborhood that's high end, you know, upper class, because not only are they rude, but they are racist. And it just gets so annoying when they're counting their money and I put my hand out. Literally, here's their hand counting the money and my hand is right here. And they put it on the conveyor belt, on the register, whatever you want to call it. And you can't just assume, okay, somebody's racist because they did that. But this lady came. She had on like a raincoat, whatever. And taped to it said, vote Trump 2020. That right there already, like, pissed me off, but I was like, okay, whatever, like I'm not gonna judge somebody for their political perspective, whatever, because I'm not really into politics, so I just left it alone. So as I'm bringing up her stuff, whatever, I tell her a total, and she takes out her money, and I put my hand out because she has like the exact change in her hand, like they're just bills, it's not coins or anything, and she has it in her hand, she's looking at me, so I put my hand out, and she goes, like literally doesn't even put it down, but throws it on the register just as if my hand is not right in front of her. So I'm like, mind you, this is while I was training, so like a week and a half ago. And so the person who's training me noticed it, so she was like, oh, like Naomi, like just relax, like you gotta get used to that. And so I'm like taking her change or whatever, and I get her receipt, and I'm like, here you go. She was like, you could just put it down. Mind you, I have gloves on and she has gloves on. I could have said if I didn't have gloves on and she didn't have gloves on and she didn't want to touch my hand or something because, you know, all the corona going around. But it's like, you have gloves on and I have gloves on, so what is the problem? So I just put it down. So I'm putting her stuff away. I hold, every time I finish packing somebody's stuff, I like hold the bag open like this so people could just slide their hand through, or slide, like put their arm through it to hold it, or just put their hand in to grab it. So I hold it open and she's about to grab it and she goes, you could just let go of the bag. And then once I let go, that's when she grabs it. And like the whole time she was talking to me, she was just mad disgusted. Like, you don't like me because of the color of my skin. Like I did something to you. Because if we want to be technical, y'all the ones who did something to us. Just saying. But like that type of stuff like just annoys me, and I encountered so many of those people. But I cannot sit here and like label that whole community like that, because there are people from the upper class community that come in and like they're like the nicest people ever, and they're like, oh hi, how are you, oh I love your hair, I wish I could put my hair like that, and yada yada yada, and they tip me, and they're like really really nice. But it's like, it sucks that like those type of people still exist, and it's mostly like older people that were like young at the time that, you know, Jim Crow and all that stuff was going on. And I guess they haven't like grown out of that past, but it's like, bro, like we're in a whole new generation now. Like things are totally different now. Like you will not suppress me, period. Like you will not make me feel like I'm below you, like I'm not equal to you, none of that. Even though like, you know, we probably really are not equal from the news and stuff and everything going on, but like you will not make me feel that way. And like that just like, it really just gets me mad sometimes. Like it's not a lot of them that are like that, but there are people that are like that still, that come in the store, and like it just really annoys me. Like, but yeah, that's all I'm really gonna tell y'all for right now. As I keep working here, I guess I'm gonna get more stories, because like working in the ghetto is really a movie. Like I thought I would hate this job, but honestly I go into this job excited to see like what today is gonna be about, because it's literally always something new. So if you guys enjoyed this video and you want a part 2 in a couple weeks or so, make sure you guys comment that down below. But if you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, comment, share, subscribe, hit the bell notification so you can get notified every single time I post. And if you made it to the end of the video, I am doing a giveaway. So basically you have to be subscribed to me, you have to be following me on Instagram. All the rules and stuff will be down below, just in case I'm talking too fast or you missed it or whatever. But you have to be subscribed to me, and you have to follow me on Instagram, and you have to comment down below. I don't want y'all to comment like giveaway, because if somebody didn't watch that in the video, I don't want them to know, because I only want it for like the real right subscribers. Just comment like hashtag crackhead with like mad laughing emojis or something. And but yeah, all the rules and stuff will be down below. Basically, I don't really know what to give away because of corona. Like I don't want to be shipping people stuff and they're like scared because they might get sick from it, or just because things take forever to ship. So I'm giving away $100, okay? Like this is my 1K giveaway. I'm giving away $100, feel me? So yeah, all the rules will be down below, so make sure you guys like, you know, read them, follow them, whatever. And I think I'm gonna give it about a week. I don't know, I'll put a date in the description down below. But yeah, hit that subscribers button so that you could be a part of the giveaway. Anyways, I'll see you in my next video. Bye.